What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 59 of the Halving Report podcast with myself, your host, Brad Mines. The price of Bitcoin has slightly dipped to about 42,000 US dollars, and there's about 800 days left until the next Bitcoin halving. Today, we have special guest Anna Tutova on the show. Anna is the CEO of Cointelegraph and acts as advisory in banking, PR, marketing for tech projects, and is the co-producer of encrypted production White Crypto YouTube. She has interviewed many of the most prominent people in the space, and today we get to interview her on her experiences and thoughts on the current state of the crypto sphere. So let's get right to it. Hi, Anna. How are you today?
Hello, Brad. Thank you. I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for coming on to the Halving Report podcast today.
Thank you for the invitation.
I appreciate you giving us your time today. Maybe you could just give us a brief introduction of yourself, maybe touching upon your roots and how you got to the crazy world of cryptocurrency.
Yeah, so I'm currently CEO of Cointelegraph, and we have a group of companies. We have investment arm, so we invest into different crypto projects. As well, we have our own news media website, cointelegraph.com, and we actively developing our own YouTube channel called White Crypto. We make different interviews and reviews of the projects there. And additionally, we are a PR agency, so we promote different projects in the space. Sometimes we as well work with traditional tech companies, but mostly we are focusing on blockchain and crypto and help companies with publications into financial, business, crypto media like Forbes, Entrepreneur, TechCrunch, CoinDesk, and so on. As well, help with regional media all over the world in Europe, Russian-speaking countries, Asia, Latin America, Middle East, India, so basically everywhere. As well, we work a lot with different influencers, YouTube, Twitter influencers, do community management, different social media campaigns. And as well, I advise a couple of other companies. I'm partnered at a company called KYC Pay, and we have a marketplace of fintech solutions. And we partner with a lot of crypto-friendly banks and help companies with opening of bank accounts, setting up payment gateways, so getting licenses or setting up their businesses all over the world. And as for the question how I got into this crypto space, I got into it in 2017. I studied international law in Ukraine, and my group mate had internship in law company in Kiev, which deals with crypto and blockchain. And he told me about Bitcoin. I got interested, started researching about that. And I wanted to invest into it when it costed $2,000. So like at that time, it was already quite expensive in comparison that some people bought Bitcoin or mined Bitcoin at the cost less than $1. But still, now it seems like a good price. But unfortunately, I thought about that, about my intentions to my parents. They didn't support me, so I didn't buy Bitcoin first. But I read time from time some news about this industry. And then later, I started working with one ICO project in October 2017. And since that time, I started doing like a thorough research, how to buy crypto, checking different exchanges. And from that time, I started buying mostly Ethereum, and as well already Bitcoin costed like around $14,000. So I just bought a fraction of it. And since that time, I got really seriously in the industry. And then in 2018, a crypto minter started. That company closed their office in Ukraine. So I had a break in the industry for about half a year, but just time from time, I attended some conferences in Kiev, and then I went to one conference abroad. It was a blockchain cruise from Barcelona to Monaco, Ibiza, and back to Barcelona. And there were all the top speakers like John McAfee, Brock Pierce, Charlie Lee, founder of Litecoin, and a lot of others. So it was a cool time, and I met there my current co-founder. And we started working together, and from that time I started traveling all over the world and doing a lot of stuff, meeting a lot of people in the industry.
Okay, so you said a lot there. So I just want to kind of jump back when you first got interested. It was something about Bitcoin or cryptocurrency that drew you in? Was it maybe your background in international litigation, your education? What was that initial thing that sparked your interest?
So there is this funny meme. I'm in it for the technology. So probably the thing that initially sparked my interest was just like I was interested in investments, and I thought that a lot of people on good money on some forex trading, some other types of trading. As well, at that time, I worked with one company which traded stocks on Nasdaq. But I didn't invest anything into forex market or stock market. But crypto excited me much more, and as well, it's the best performing asset. And those are just the first thing that it's assets which which rose like crazy. So initially, that things got interested me, but then when I started researching more about it, I understood the real value of Bitcoin and of cryptocurrency. And as well, this space has a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of startups, and as well I have been always interested in new technologies. And it's as well as this a circle of people who surround you. They're always full of new ideas of something innovative. So that's those things are really exciting.
And just jumping over to Coins Telegram, can you tell us about the creation of Coins Telegram? Your role exactly, and kind of what you guys do a lot. You do media, you have services. What would be Coins Telegram's main focus?
Yeah, so company actually was started initially by two other guys in 2017 when there was already quite a lot of hype around ICOs and around crypto. And it was started initially as investment community. So they got allocations into some ICO projects and launched a bot in Telegram, which had the list of different ICO projects and allowed to retail investors, to ordinary people, to invest together with them into this ICO project. So just via Telegram bot, you can send from one Ethereum, which costed at the time around $200, and you could get a part of allocation in some projects. And then later as well, a media website was started to make analysis of those projects, and as well to cover daily news in the crypto industry. And as well, one of the co-founders runs a marketing agency. So they launch a lot of ad campaigns on Facebook, Google, and for crypto projects, it's usually a challenge because crypto ads were banned by Google and Facebook, but they can avoid these restrictions. So there was quite a big interest from the side of different companies. And then later I met one of the co-founder in September 2018 at the Blockchain Cruise, my first international conference. And he suggested me to cooperate together. And as a media, we have media partnerships with many conferences. So we get media passes. So it was interesting for me, and I just returned at the time from the blockchain cruise. There was one conference in Ukraine, so I went there, and then I just decided to travel a lot and to go to different conferences all over the world. And as well, I saw first they offered only their own media, coinstelegram.com, but then I saw that companies are interested in much more publications to have like a full solution. So we started developing as well a PR direction in the company and helping with publications in other media. We got partnerships with a lot of influencers, started helping as well with social media management and different social media campaigns, partnered with a lot of conferences, different investor events, so that we can support the projects in all types of the ways.
It seems like you already had the recipe for the blockchain space with your interest in technology and a little bit of background in financials there. But now I've seen your YouTube channel. That's White Crypto, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's White Crypto on YouTube, and I've seen you've met quite a few people in this industry, and you've been interviewing a lot of people in this industry. So I just want to kind of ask you about that journalism aspect, and if it's something you've always been interested in, and maybe how your skills developed since you began interviewing people in this space.
So generally, I always thought to make interviews with people because it's a great way to connect with the speakers and to know more about the activity. And already we had first just media website, but as well, my co-founder has been always excited about YouTube and about the way of the promotion in YouTube. And for example, the family of my co-founder has as well mining business. They produce immersion cooling systems for mining, which increases mining up to 50%, and as well it reduces much costs and saves much energy. So the whole their business was built on YouTube. It's before our White Crypto YouTube channel was the channel for about mining, and they uploaded this video about mining and immersion cooling systems, and it's the most viewed video on our YouTube channel. It currently has around over 320,000 views, and still it gets so much search traffic. So even with these prices, people are quite a lot interested in crypto mining. So the whole their business and sales initially was started from YouTube, and first their clients they got just from this video on YouTube. And then since we attended a lot of conferences, we decided that we should make some interviews too, but we have not been quite active with it. I remember some more videos we started making in September, October 2019 when we were at Korea Blockchain Week. So there were some great speakers as Mike Novogratz, Vitalik Buterin. We made some brief videos from the press conferences with them. And as well later I was in Singapore at Block Show and CoinMarketCap conference. So I made a couple of interviews there. And we started really actively doing some more stuff with our YouTube just last year in May, and especially like on the weekly basis we started doing much more stuff from July last year from Ethereum conference in Paris. And I can say that it was one of the best conferences I ever attended, because it's full of developers, of builders, and all the top projects were there. So it was one of the best venues and conferences to meet all the leading people in the industry.
In all your experiences, what are the biggest lessons you've learned working in the space of blockchain and cryptocurrency?
So probably much more knowledge came to me with the experience, with the meeting of people, and understanding much more in this industry. Because when I started working in crypto space, everything seems quite exciting for me, and you don't really know how to do due diligence. You check the project, everything, like the idea seems to be interesting to you, that people are genuine and etc. But you can really check whether it's genuine project or not with the time when you see whether those people deliver or not. So for now I have much more understanding which exchanges are better ones, which like how to verify funds, how to verify partnerships, and etc. What type of trading volumes this is that tokens should have, and so on, whether people really understand what they do or not, because this space attracted quite a lot of people. Some people are just here for the short term to some money and to run away, not growing their projects for the long term. As well, there are some people who got into space from traditional industries, and they achieved quite a lot in traditional spaces, and consider blockchain as a great technology to implement as a use case to some other industries, but they don't really have understanding how crypto startups work, so these projects may fail.
Where do you think we are in the current cryptocurrency Bitcoin cycle? You think there's still room to go, before this halving, or what do you suspect 2022 may look like?
Yeah, I think we are still in super cycle, and I don't think that we'll have the nearest time again a crypto winter for 3 years like we had before from 2018. And we see actually it seems like the same hype as in 2017, and I even found some screenshots from 2017 when people wrote on their Facebook, oh, like banks look at this technology and they're quite interested, they're getting in. And as well, I found another screenshot in 2017 about public sale of Decentraland, and at that time, like really not many people knew about it, and these days we see much hype about it and so much excitement and so many news about metaverse and NFTs on an everyday basis. So and now we see even much bigger adoption and bigger approval from the side of the governments and banks. And for so many years, big corporations and governments have been doing research on crypto and blockchain, so they understand now much more. We see as well countries adopting Bitcoin as a legal tender, like for example El Salvador is the first country which adopted Bitcoin as a legal tender. Or as well, we see a lot of other government officials supporting Bitcoin, like for example as the mayor of Rio de Janeiro, Eduardo Peia, wants to allocate 1% of the city's treasury into Bitcoin, or mayors of Miami and mayor of New York receive part of their salary in Bitcoin, or Francis Soros, mayor of Miami, as well, supports quite a lot of different crypto startups, tries to make Miami next crypto capital. And we see as well a lot of other jurisdictions developing in that way. For example, UAE, and they issue currently a lot of crypto licenses and so on. So these days we see much bigger adoption, and much more interest came from the gaming space and from NFTs. And we see currently crazy times when, for example, some celebrities talk on Twitter, on the Instagram about NFTs, and even average people now know about all this stuff. And I liked some time ago there was some tweets from Cardi B, the celebrity pop star, about Bitcoin, and Jack Dorsey was replying to her. And as well, we see that even big corporations allocate parts of their corporate treasuries into Bitcoin, especially with the biggest Bitcoin bull, Michael Saylor. And they currently have over 124,000 Bitcoins on their treasury, and it has value over $4.6 billion. And as well, Tesla has on their balance sheet Bitcoin. The company of Jack Dorsey, founder of Twitter blog, now as well invests into Bitcoin. And more companies want to join the space too, like Michael Saylor, CEO of MicroStrategy, already makes some conferences educating other corporations on allocating the part of their treasury into Bitcoin. So this is quite exciting.
It all sounds so bullish, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite?
Another trick when things sound too bullish, it may be a sign that we are already overbought, and that it may be then soon. So you never know in the crypto industry for real.
Right. Yeah, they say it always goes lower than everybody thinks, and it always goes higher than everybody thinks. There's a lot of theories out there. Do you have any favorite cryptocurrencies or projects or NFTs?
Well, I'm not really much excited about NFTs themselves, like as art. For me, like NFT stuff, when it relates to the pictures, is more like a bubble stuff for me, of like Bored Ape Yacht Club or CryptoPunks or something. It's maybe alternative to some like collectibles, like people like having some rare watches, so we can compare NFTs to that, as well, like belonging to some close private club, and only very rich people or celebrities can have that much expensive NFTs. And for the projects, I'm quite excited about different layer 1, layer 2 solutions, which allow higher speed and cheaper transactions. And then actually they're competing quite a lot, and everybody claims that there's best solution, but we'll see in the long term on which chain there will be greater projects. But I think the future is multi-chain, and it's good for the ecosystem when we have different competitors, different chains. So generally I like Avalanche, Solana, Nia, layer 2 solutions, Polygon, for example. Another layer 1, Phantom, they partner with quite a lot of governments. So that's quite exciting to see that even some, not only some private companies, but as well governments can use these solutions. And as well, probably the favorite coins are those ones which brought biggest returns. So one of my best investments was Sandbox, and I bought it actually some kind of late, before it's listing, or yeah, like one day before it's listed on Coinbase. I bought some Sandbox, and then nothing happened with it for a few months, and then it's with the rise of metaverse, and as well with the news of their Series B funding of some $350 million. The token grew like crazy, and it gave me like 25. It grew 25 times more.
Wow. Yeah, no doubt. The ones that grow the fastest for you tend to have that bias towards what your favorite cryptocurrency is. Did you just see I think it was $3.6 billion seizure by the US government by the couple that is somehow connected to the Bitfinex hack in 2016, I think that was. Did you see anything about that? Or what do you think about these massive seizures going on in the crypto world and governments being able to track the blockchain?
Yeah, so I just seen today some news about it, and that's the benefit of blockchain technologies, that everything is transparent, and you can check like from where to where all the funds go. And we see as well a lot of companies cooperating as well with the governments, with international organizations to in the which try to prevent money laundering. Like, for example, chain analysis is some kind of unicorn in the space, which quite a lot cooperates with the states. So that's a good thing, that you can easily track the currency flows, and you can you can track the hackers.
And when you're not knee deep in cryptocurrency, what else do you like to do?
So basically, crypto and blockchain space is my biggest hobby, I guess. And as well, in this industry, you travel a lot, you go to a lot of events. So this is quite exciting, meeting new people, getting inspired from them. like finding some new ideas and see how all this space evolving quite fast.
Awesome. I am going to give you an open mic here if you have any questions, comments, or maybe you want to touch upon something or something you could tell us that we didn't touch upon already in the episode. If not, maybe let us know where to follow you, what channels, where your channels are, and where we can learn more.
Yeah, actually, I remember you sent me the question about El Salvador. So I wanted to add some more comments about it. So we made a documentary film in El Salvador, and last year there was a conference there, so our team decided to go there, and we met with some government officials, made an interview with vice president, with the members of parliament, and what they do in this country is like really crazy stuff. And from one point of view, as well, this movement is considered to be like just a big PR stunt. And so, like before, not many people knew about such small country as El Salvador, and now it's like every week in the news. And so it's the first country which has now probably around 1,800 bitcoins in their treasury. And as well, we see the opponents in the face of international monetary funds, so especially when Bitcoin dropped. They didn't really support the move of El Salvador in buying Bitcoin. But it's great to see that blockchain and crypto can be quite a great solution for the cross-border payments, and how much money it can save for people sending these remittances. And don't really support Bitcoin as for the use of money, because it's quite volatile asset, so it's probably not really convenient to use it just for small everyday payments and purchases. But the idea as a whole, the crypto is great as for me, and probably it will be much more useful to use stable coins for everyday payments. But anyway, when you send payments in stable coins, instead of paying 6.94% fee or around that fee, you can pay even less than $1 for transferring any sum, and it just takes a few minutes or maximum few hours to send a transaction. So this is quite revolutionizing. And as well, another thing I wanted to add about El Salvador is that the Bitcoin searches are now the highest in this country. And as well, we with our film Encrypted on the new era of digital economy, we are making this film in other parts of the world. We made the second edition in December in UAE, and I have been partly living in UAE from the times of Corona, because it was one of the only open country to be, and a lot of events happened there. And currently as well, a lot of crypto companies move there, like for example Binance is there now, Polygon is there now too. Some other Chinese companies moved to the UAE because they saw a lot of bans from Chinese government against their activity. So they're exploring UAE as a new crypto hub, and a lot of different authorities there support crypto companies like ADGM, DMCC, DFC, Dubai World Trade Center now allow opening of crypto companies and getting crypto licenses. So UAE now became the next crypto hub, which attracts more and more businesses.
That's awesome. And where can we follow you on Twitter and your channels? Can you let us know, all the listeners, where they can go to follow you?
Yeah, so you can find me on Twitter on _Tutova, as well. You can find me on LinkedIn, on Facebook, same by my name. And you can follow our channels on social media, Coinstelegram. You can read our website, coinstelegram.com, and as well check out our YouTube channel, White Crypto.
Thank you so much for coming on to the Halving Report podcast, Anna.
Thank you, Brad.
Okay, I'll be in touch.
Thank you all for listening to the Halving Report podcast. Please like and subscribe to the show, share it with a friend, check out our show notes below for more about our guests and some sweet crypto coupons, and we'll see you back next time.